steady be disrespecting me. You think I gave a fuck? Hell no. I'll memorize those people. I'll memorize exactly what they did, how it made me feel, and tell myself I don't ever want to feel like that again. So it is within my control to change that, to change the things that I can change about myself. So I have a right not to give a fuck. You don't want it. You don't want it. Look at you. You want to lock in, but you don't really want it for real. Right? You see all these people making drastic improvements in their life, but you're sitting there like, oh, I want to be like that too. But you sit on your ass all day. Right? You don't want it. Or you do, and you don't know where to start. I'm gonna break it down for you. To lock the fuck in, you really only need 3 things. One being the art of not giving a fuck. The art of not giving a flying fuck what Henry is talking about you or saying about you, what the niggas at your job think, what that girl that flaked on you think, why she's not texting back, why she saying, oh yeah, we can hang out, why she keeping you in that friend zone. Why do you give a fuck? Isn't there bigger things in life to worry about? Isn't there bigger things to worry about than what the fuck people who do not matter in your life think? Cause you wanna lock in, right? Right? You wanna lock in, but you worry too much about what them niggas is talking about. Stop giving a fuck. Cause I for sure don't give no fucks what nobody thinks. They probably gonna clown me for this fucking video. Guess what? Look at me. Look at me, right? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a fuck. Neither should you. Because at the end of the day, if they're not helping you get better, if they're not paying your next bill, if they're not putting you on game on how to get to the next level, why the fuck do you care? You care because you don't want it bad enough. You do not want it bad enough. I had a homie once tell me, right? We was shooting music videos together, right? Because I used to do music. And he told me I was bad for business because the niggas in the comments was asking more about who I was than showing him any attention. And he cut me from that video. Do you think I gave a fuck? You see me here making another video now, right? So you think I gave a fuck? All my life in high school, niggas kept talking shit, clowning me. I was a laughing stock. That whole fucking school, people would just steady be disrespecting me. You think I gave a fuck? Hell no. I'll memorize those people. I'll memorize exactly what they did, how it made me feel, and tell myself I don't ever want to feel like that again. So it is within my control to change that, to change the things that I can change about myself. So I have a right not to give a fuck, nigga. Because if niggas are talking about you and what they say is true, then of course you're gonna give a fuck. If niggas is calling you lazy, a fucking bum, and that's exactly what you are, then of course you're gonna give a fuck. But you gotta give yourself every fucking reason not to. You give a fuck with them niggas, them unimportant ass niggas at your job think. That girl not texting you back, Leave her alone. Lock the fuck in. Stop giving a fuck. Cause life doesn't give a fuck about how you feel. Ain't nobody coming to save you, my boy. All they care about something tangible. They want to see something. What can you give back? And you're not gonna get anywhere in life, and you're not gonna receive anything in life if you don't put out something tangible. And that's real. And that, my friends, is the unfortunate reality of life. You will get viewed as if you are nobody. People are already looking at you as you are nobody to them. That's why you shouldn't give a fuck about what they think. Because they're not thinking about you the way that you think they are. That's why she's not texting you back, nigga, because she's not thinking about you. That's why your homies didn't fucking invite you to the party, because they not thinking about you. But why are you so focused on that? You should be worried about where you gonna get your money the next 5 months. You should be worried about why the fuck you're not living the way that you want to live, in that financial freedom status that you want to get to. Why are you not there yet? You steady focused on what the fuck these niggas got on Instagram. And you live by these Instagram quotes like they're the Bible. And you will hit repost so quick. But what are you doing in your personal life to get the fucking bag? I'm on your ass today. So stop giving a fuck. Lock in. That's where you start. And it's an art. It's not easy. And I'm not saying it's easy for me. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do let it get to me, but you always have to remind yourself of why you are doing what you're doing. And that brings me to the next step. You need to write down your goals. And I'm not just talking about I need 5 million by December. That's not what I'm talking about. You need to write realistic goals that pertain to your life, to your program, so you can run that shit the way you want to run it, because it's your life. So you need to write goals down that are attainable within the time frame that you give yourself. So for example, 6 months for me, right? I want to be in better shape. I want to be more ripped. Well, how do you do that, Jay? Cardio, exercise, 6 months straight. Anybody who say I'm not going to get there in 6 months, if I follow that with consistency, is lying to you. Anybody who says that you can't change your life within 6 months of constantly being consistent, they're lying to you. They're lying to you. Or they don't know because they've never done it themselves. Set realistic goals for yourself. Write them down. Find out the reason why you have those goals. You need to have a why when you have a goal, right? You can't just have a goal and chase it aimlessly. You need to have a why of why you want to attain that goal. So if you're in a job, you're in a 9 to 5, you're making minimum wage, and you're trying to find a way to make more money than your 6-month goal needs to be, I either find a new job or I put in fucking overtime. Again, because nobody is coming to save you. Especially in this fucking economy where we're in right now. Nobody's coming to save you. You gotta pick it up and do it your fucking self. And I know for a fact that everybody's capable. It doesn't matter what your background is, where you come from. It doesn't matter if you're black, yellow, purple. I don't give a fuck if you're green, my nigga. I don't care. Everybody has it within us. You know why? Because we all have a brain. And that is our sharpest tool that we have in our arsenal. So when you have your goals, write them down in your notes app. Write them down in a journal, something where you look at them every day. And you wake up and you just think about them. And you're like, this is my reason for today. And when you write down these goals, you need to do everything in that day to get at least 1% better. Every single day, you need to get at least 1% better than you were the day prior. And that's how you achieve goals. It doesn't mean that you're going to achieve these goals overnight. Nothing in life works this way. For all my niggas that play 2K, right? you a 60 overall, you're not gonna get to a 95 overall and have all your fucking badges by the end of the week, unless you some sort of, unless you just like that. But y'all know what I'm saying. Life doesn't work like that. You're not gonna achieve a goal overnight. It takes steps. There's levels to this, just like a video game. There's levels to life, and there's levels to moving forward in life. You're not just gonna be a fucking level 1 and think that you're gonna fight the boss. Level 1. Ain't no cheat codes in life, nigga. You need to take it one level at a time. One step at a time, one day at a time, 1% at a time. You don't need to be, for all my gym goers, you don't need to be in that gym 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. That's not attainable for most of us. There's no time to do that. So if your goal is to be more fit or to be in the gym, 1%, what is that, Jay? 1%. You showed up 30 minutes, 3 days out of the week for those 30 minutes, and those 30 minutes, you really worked out. You wasn't doing this bullshit after every fucking set. Nah, you actually locked in. You take a rest, and you lock the fuck back in for those 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever it means. And if you're not doing that, you're doing that 3 days on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off. And then those off days that you got, what's your side hustle? You're trying to make more money. On those days that you're not going to the gym and you work at a 9 to 5, you better clock in some extra hours. If you can't clock in extra hours, because I know how niggas be, bro. I used to work in fast food myself and they would deny my overtime. Hating ass niggas. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. But Jay, it's less money than it's worth time. Well, nigga, you ain't had those extra $150 in your pocket. And you were gonna waste that time anyway, doing God knows what. So why not put that time? And it doesn't need to be all your free time that you have, a couple hours out of the day. That's all your mind and your body requires to lock in. Right? Because you want to get to the next level, right? In 6 months from now, you don't want to be the same motherfucker that you are right now. I guarantee. Nobody wants to be stagnant in life. We always want to see, you know what I'm saying? But you're not going to see if you are just going like this. You're doing the same shit every single day and expecting a different result. And that's the definition of insanity. And my third is what you put into your body is exactly what you're gonna get out. So we need to be building healthy habits. A lot of us have vaping habits. I struggled with that heavily. I'm still struggling with that. But we need to build healthy habits and stop building unhealthy ones. Why are we up till 12 at night playing fucking Fortnite or Call of Duty when we gotta get up for work at 7 a.m. in the morning? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Why are we laying in bed all day scrolling on TikTok, only getting up to piss in the shit? It doesn't make sense. For my people who are trying, even if your goal isn't to be in the gym, your goal should always be to be physically healthy. So why every single day are we stopping to eat bullshit? And you know it's bullshit. You know it's bullshit, and you know you feel like shit after you're eating it. You know that, nigga. Don't lie. You know that if you're trying to, especially if you're trying to shred, you know you wasn't supposed to eat that meal. You know you didn't have to eat a whole fucking bowl of ice cream. But that's with everything in life. You don't have to cut that shit out. But a lot of y'all niggas lack the discipline and the moderation. There's that M word, moderation. Everything is good for you. Yeah, weed has good side effects. Y'all niggas be self-diagnosing and smoking weed though. Ain't no moderation with that. That's a unhealthy ass habit, my nigga. Because y'all think it makes you happy, but what it really does is it makes you disassociate. I said take care of your mind, right? That's fucking it up right there. A lot of y'all niggas watching porn every single day, and then you can't get it up for your woman. That's insane. That's insane, especially when you 23, you 24, you 25, and you can't get it up. It don't even gotta be a girl. You feel me? But you can't get it up because you too busy jacking off every day after fucking work, nigga. Lock the fuck in. You know how beautiful it is and how peaceful it is to come home, drink your tea, be on a schedule, drink some warm milk or something, and go to sleep at a reasonable time and wake up with your 8 hours worth? Don't you feel refreshed the day after? But we got too many unhealthy ass habits in our life that we're not willing to cut. And you're not gonna lock in. You can't lock in without following these 3 things. Without following these 3 things, you can't lock in. And taking care of your mindset, stop giving a fuck about what people think, and building healthy habits. If you don't have those 3 things, you can't lock in. It's unrealistic. You're just wishing upon a star, and then you're like the next nigga that just envies everybody else because they're getting better every single day. You're not. You're not gonna get anywhere in life. You're not gonna lock in. You may get to some places in life, but you're not gonna get where you want to be fully if you don't abide by those 3 rules. It's up to you, 100%, to get to the next level. Nobody's gonna come to save you. Nobody. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Nobody's gonna give you a how-to instruction guide, unless it's me. Nobody's gonna break it down for you, and nobody's gonna make it easy for you. Because that's not what life is. And it's not fun that way. If life was easy, everybody would have $1 million, right? But doesn't it feel better when you earned it, when you look back 6 months? You're like, damn, look at the jump that I made. Look at how much of a better person I am because I actually applied myself. So I'm saying it's really up to y'all. Y'all either do what needs to be done now or regret that you didn't do it later. But again, that's gonna be all for today. You feel me? Again, welcome to the brotherhood. It's gonna be an ongoing thing. So if y'all fuck with my wisdom, you feel me? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see y'all on the next video. Y'all go ahead, holla at your boy.